Hello guys, how are you doing out there? The sunny days are back and the bougainvillea is in its full bloom. The birds are quite happy, there's plenty of food in the fields and the temperatures are quite high. It's only 8 o'clock and you can't believe how hot it is down here. We are slowly harvesting produce from last planting season. I'm winnowing and sorting some freshly harvested beans which we will be having for dinner today. But beans take a bit of time to boil, so the reason I'm starting very early. In these hot days, we like to do our work early in the morning because the afternoons get quite hot and you feel really lazy. You just want to lay down and rest. So I want to finish up very fast because I also have to make a stopover at my home to check out the progress of things that have been happening. There's some work I had instructed the farmhand to do and I just want to go check up and see how much he's done and if we are making any progress. So what are you currently dealing with? Here we are dealing with the hot sun. Sunny days is really nothing new here. We get sun every day, but it's just that in this season it gets really hot. I know some of you out there never even get to see the sun the whole year. Others see it for maybe just 2 months in the year. I don't know what you're dealing with, but I hope you are having a good time. So today I'm using a jiko to boil my beans. Jikos use charcoal, which we make from wood, and it cooks slowly so the food gets really soft, though it takes a longer time to cook. Just before I leave, I want to make a treat that I learned from my daughter, and I'm going to be using mango, pawpaw, and watermelon. With this sun, you just want to go out and come back to some really cold drink or cold things. So I'm going to peel my fruits, then blend them. After blending, then we will freeze them, and then we'll have our hot day treats. Please rate my mango cutting skills. I learned this from these common videos we watch on TikTok. So we are going to put all the fruits into the blender. And this is quite easy to make. Every day we make juices. I'm just trying to make something different today using fruits. I'm tempted to add milk, but not today. Next one, I will add some milk. So we're going to pour the juice into the ice maker. Then we will have juice cubes. I don't know where Lexi learned this, but she's the one who came up with the whole idea, and I really loved it on a hot day. It is quite refreshing. So we are gonna put it in the freezer for some hours. I think I'll just check it when I come back from my home. So here we are again at my home. I just like how things are changing so fast. It's starting to feel like home. The lawn is growing back after that heavy rain that just made it unrecognizable. The flowers are all blooming. This hibiscus tree has been struggling to grow, but now there's so many flowers on it, and I just love seeing them bloom like this. There seems to be so much life in here. Even the roses that seemed to be dying are currently coming back to life, and there's so much flowering and new leaves are coming up. It looks really pretty. My neighbor moved here before me and planted these trees that are at our boundary, and they give me very good shade here. It's quite cool along this fence. Do you all see the lawn coming back to life? And I have a guava tree right here, which is already fruiting. I think I get really excited by these small things. Every time I see a bloom, I see some fruit, I get really excited. And here is an update of the whistling pines that we planted in the rainy season. None of them died. You can see them lined up here, and they're looking pretty good. We've done some mulching to keep the soil moist so they don't die in this hot season. Do you remember the tiny loquat tree I was planting a few months ago? It's today taller than me, and there are so many new branches and flowers are starting to come, so there'll soon be fruit. It's so hot, I need to stand here and cool off from time to time. It seems the soil is so hot that even the frogs have nowhere to hide. The heat down there must be really high. So you will realize I've done heavy mulching on most of my trees and all the plants here. It's because of these high temperatures. I don't want my plants to die. It's so painful watching things die when you've worked so hard for them. So these are the watermelon I planted, and they look like they're just about to flower. I planted them at different times, that's why others are still very tiny while others are flowering. That's my secret to continuous supply of food, so that I don't have to harvest my foods at one go. You can see the flower forming right here. Just can't wait to see that first fruit. And over here are the chilies. We have one that is dying here, I don't know why. Maybe we tampered with the roots while we were doing the mulching, but we've done very heavy mulching here also so that we don't have the soil drying up. We don't want to lose our crops. And you can see how much chilies this tree already has. And they are quite big in size. I'm really excited about this. And I just can't wait to harvest them. Probably next week, I know they'll be ready for harvest. So other than helping the soil retain its moisture, mulching also helps with keeping the weeds from growing. So you remember I lost a banana last week, the one that fell. The bananas are quite big and they become very heavy that the tree cannot hold them. So we have come up with an idea to keep them supported so they don't fall before maturity. You can see even here I'm having very huge bananas here. I think this area here is very fertile because it's next to my neighbor's place. It's the fence that we share, and I think they throw their kitchen waste here. The ones that are far from the fence have quite small fruit, but it is still food. I think I'll be getting rid of this tree here. It's not producing much. That fruit is quite small. On this other side of the fence, we also have another banana tree. For those who started with us, you remember I planted lots of bananas in this whole section, but we lost others to the water, I guess. I don't know The ones along the fences or in the raised areas grew well, others just died off. So I've retained the ones that grew well, and the rest of the areas will now be my vegetable garden. I was also experimenting with cassava, and this is how they look so far. I'm hoping for the best. So it's been hours in the freezer since I left them, and this is what I got, the fruit cubes. I'm just gonna pick them and sit somewhere under the tree and enjoy the afternoon breeze. It's so hot out here, and there is no better way to cool off than with these cubes. Thank you all for hanging out with me again today. I really appreciate it, guys. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one.